Chapter 8, Revenge Plot or Not. I can't believe the nerve of that girl. She paced up and down her living room, then sneezed at the dust floating in the air. It certainly didn't feel like home around here. Even with her mom gone, her memory was everywhere. Now it was buried under the dust. Abby watched her pace, not offering any commentary. Now I have to live in a dusty, nasty house to try to hide from them. I need to figure out the next 3 tests soon and find a coven before that girl's mom comes up here. Stupid do-gooder. If she would have just left well enough alone, nobody would even be thinking about me living here. Perhaps she will change the world, the dog said. Carla whirled on her and glared. Sit down, Abby said. You're just stirring up more dust. And she seems well educated in witchlings. Perhaps she has insight into where your mother might have been taken? She huffed, but when she sat on the couch, dust plumed everywhere. If the wizard in the north can't figure it out, there's no way Nancy the Crusader, she spat the word out in as snotty of a tone as she could, can find her. You might be right. You might be wrong. Carla kept glaring. Abby shifted on her paws, surveying the mess Carla had made. You know, this might be a good opportunity to practice cleaning. And ruin all my hard work? You went a little too hard, in my opinion. The outside was all that needed to look abandoned. She huffed. Abby was right, yet again. She stood and tried to find her anger, but the light had gone out. How am I supposed to do anything when I'm not mad? You have to figure out how to summon the emotion without actually letting it take over. Oh, okay, I'll just do that. She rolled her eyes. I suppose you could use a wish? Abby suggested. Nope, I'm using my last 2 wishes to ruin Christmas. She started pacing again. I'm thinking about it. I can ruin all their stupid little parties. I can make their presents full of snakes and mice. I can make the punch taste sour. Their fireworks can be duds. I can give everyone bad breath so that when they get under the mistletoe, they don't fall in love. I can make that awful last Christmas song staticky every time it comes on. That was more than 2 wishes. I figure I can do some and you can do some. Why don't you just let me clean up this house and then we can decide how to ruin Christmas later? Abby sneezed. Clean it yourself for yourself, if it bothers you that much. The dog spun a couple circles, woofed, and a clean spot just big enough for her appeared. She lay down and gave Carla a smug expression. Carla brushed the end of the couch off with her hand and sat down. Let me tell you a story, Abby said. Will it make me mad? Maybe, but that's not the goal. Yet many things that happen seem to send you down the path of anger. You'd be angry if you were me, too. You're right. Once upon a time, I was similar. I was once a mere mortal pet, whose owners were too short-sighted to see that I was intelligent at their level. It made me angry all the time. I chewed up their shoes, I pulled on the leash they put on me for walks, I howled at animals outside the window just trying to get a bit of intelligent conversation going. And in the end, they took me to the pound. Luckily, people think golden dogs like me are cute, and I was adopted, only to be sent back for my bad behavior. She was on the edge of her seat, wondering how Abby made it out. My wizard saved me. He came to the shelter and released us all. Why would he do a thing like that? He had a great idea, a theory to test. He took us to the North Wizarding Academy, where he was then the headmaster. He let us all bond with children or just find a spot and hang out. I told you, my wizard is a force for change. For years, wizards only found familiars through casting complicated spells, sending their desires for a familiar's characteristics out into the universe. Even then, the requirements were so high many animals couldn't quite meet them. My wizard thought this system was archaic. He also saw how many shelter dogs there are in need of homes. He thought if he brought shelter dogs to the school, students might bond and then select a familiar from that pool. Are you bonded with the wizard in the north? Yes, when he was promoted, he elected to take me with him. That's nice and all, but what's this have to do with Nancy the Crusader stalking me, bringing attention to me, and me ruining Christmas? Those are really the only things I care about at this time. Well, it's a timeless tale of patience, of knowing everything will work out for the best. You didn't know anybody would adopt you. You just got lucky. Nobody's helping me unless I learn these spells, and I can't do that with this girl and her mom breathing down my neck. The anger was back. She grasped the hot, blazing light until she felt it in her hands. Then she swept a hand across the couch. The dust disappeared. She leaned into the cushions and sighed. We really just have to make you mad in the spring, I think. We'll bring Nancy the Crusader along and I'll be super mad the whole time. Abby barked in a way that had to be a laugh. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a tale of patience and accepting help when offered. You'd be wise to listen to the lesson. You're not helping me reach my goals, though. I helped you learn to control your anger. You won't help me get rid of Nancy and ruin Christmas. She stopped, considering what she just said. You couldn't just get rid of Nancy and her mother, could you? That would be beyond the scope of the wishes. I can't harm someone for you. Ah, what good are you? I made you spaghetti and helped you channel your anger. I suppose. She pressed her fists down into the couch. Good. So you recognize that I am helpful. My wizard has seen the corruption in the magical world, and he wants to change it, abandoning the young, grouping into cliques, creating impossible tests. He hates it all. He saw you as a poster child for these issues and sent me here on his behalf. It all seems a little weird to me. He saved me. He can save you too. But you need to trust me. By trust, I mean I want you to abandon this plan for using wishes for revenge. It does not track with the vibe of the wishes. So basically, I have to wish for whatever you want? No, not really. I can't harm someone, but I can inconvenience them to a great degree. Carla's ears perked up. Could you inconvenience Nancy's mom by giving her a job in a new town? No, that would involve too many other factors. This is ridiculous. You basically came here to make me spaghetti and tell me no to everything else. You just have to figure out how to make the right kind of wishes. Whatever, I'm going to bed. The sun had barely set, but the house was dim and dusty, and there was no reason to stay conscious any longer. Carla stormed off and pulled her dusty comforter over her and fell into a dreamless sleep, and woke up to Nancy pounding on her window.